I'm so excited to be with you today, Marbella.
Me too. Thank you for coming.
This is Marbella Haws. She is
Hi.
the owner of Paradigm, a hair salon, and also a graduate of Palm Mitchell School, Boise. So I'm super excited to talk with her about her journey since she's left school. But Marbella, maybe you could just give us a little bit about your background and what brought you or motivated you to become a hairdresser and then a salon owner.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. This is really great. So I started out, I thought about like my journey going through beauty school because it was a long one. I had many aspirations growing up. My parents worked really, really hard, and they instilled in us that college was not an option, it was a necessity, and we were going to do it. So growing up, I thought, I've got to be something important. I got to be a lawyer, I got to be a doctor, I have to be something big. And as I graduated high school, I worked hard to graduate early, and then I went to college. I went to Idaho State, and I decided accounting was going to be the thing because, you know, that's important.
Oh, sure.
And so I went, and I hated it, Lou. It was not for me, but I kept pushing because I thought maybe you're just supposed to not like what you do. Maybe that's just part of it. And so I kept going, and then some events happened and I had some medical hiccups, and I realized that that wasn't the right place for me. So another career change, I decided to work with a home building company, and I was miserable there too. And I just remember coming home one day and telling my husband, I got laid off today and I'm so happy about it. And he was like, you know, you need to go to beauty school. You've always loved it. You talk about it all the time. It's just something you need to do. And that's what led me to beauty school. It was happiness, you know. I thought I've got to find something that makes me passionate and that I love, and it was full circle. I came in, and ever since I've never looked back.
It's interesting too, because people will go through something similar to that, and sometimes I'll hear them say, I wish I would have just gone right to beauty school, or
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it's good that you did that because
Yeah.
you know now more than ever
Yeah.
that that's where you were supposed to be.
I think you're right.
I mean,
Yeah.
accounting just didn't add up for you, but that was a
Haha,
joke.
funny,
Yeah.
funny.
But you probably are glad you had those other experiences
Yes.
because it helped you appreciate it
Very much
more.
so. And honestly, a lot of that business and accounting background helps me now as a salon owner. It is huge for me.
I want to know about Paradigm, a hair
Yeah.
salon. Tell us about what it is, what
Oh,
was
man.
the thought process, what's the culture.
Our salon started as a happiness project. We call everything in my life comes back to being happy and pursuing what motivates us and fuels us. And my business partner and I, and her name's Shannon, we just decided that we wanted to open up a salon where we were happy and we had a great environment full of positive energy, lots of great hair, of course, but lots of positive energy, happiness, and really fueling that we love to learn. We're lifelong learners, and so we wanted more. And short of finding a place that fit all of that, we thought, why not create it? And so we did. We started Paradigm off of our savings accounts and a ton of help from every person that was willing to give us free labor in exchange for pizza and free haircuts. And they did great. Everybody helped us open up the salon, and our team now is the strongest team. I mean, everybody wants to be here. Everybody comes in with a smile, leaves with a smile. We chit-chat in the break room like 2 minutes of a 10-hour day, you know, because we're busy, but it's so much fun. We love it here, and I think the biggest thing I'd like you to know is that we are lifelong learners. In the salon, it's all about education, being better, not just at our skill, because talent can be taught, but being better as a person as well and contributing to our community.
With this in mind, what traits or qualities do you want to see?
That's a really good question. We've been hiring more, so that's been on the forefront of my mind. And personality. We hire based off of personality. Again, skill can be taught. of course, I would love it if they came to us full of skill and talent, but truly that can be taught. Personality, having a drive and a passion for the industry, and not just for doing hair, but for doing it in a way that is always done with so much kindness and love of the person that you're working with and love of your team. And that's what we're looking for.
So if you're interviewing somebody, you're looking for somebody that has passion,
Yeah.
kindness, wants to continue to learn.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think those, you named it.
Okay.
Those are the forefront. Personality is huge.
At our school we have a dress code. Tell me about professional appearance. Does that come into play at all? Do you look at that?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, as you can see, I'm all in black. It's followed me from beauty school. We all dress all in black. We have casual Friday, casual Saturday, but even then, we have a very strict dress code. You're very professional. It can't just be black for the sake of being black. It needs to be professional, and we do say 2 articles of makeup on. So if you want to put on some lashes and eyebrows, great. If you want lashes and lips, great. Lip gloss and eyebrows, great. Just something that elevates your appearance and makes you feel like you, but still portrays what we're trying to portray to our
I love
guests.
that. 2 articles of...
2 articles of makeup, whatever that is.
And you were telling us about a book you read.
Yes.
And something you implemented at your salon. Why don't you tell us about that?
So something that we've done, just because we do work with the public and we have to remember that we're service professionals, we talk about when we come to work, we tap the door on the way in. And what that signifies is, yes, you have a life outside of the salon, but it's so important to be present and be mindful and interact with your guest while you're here. So when we tap the door, we just leave all of we call it our baggage, leave your personal baggage at the door, come in, be present, be mindful, be inspired, let yourself be inspired by your guests, your other service professionals. And then when you leave for the day, you tap the door and you pick up your baggage and you head out. And that's something
great.
that has really served us well, especially being in the public sector.
I love that. I love that. Before we started filming, you were telling me about a transition you made, kind of a philosophical transition a year ago. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so we have become a Summit Salon, and basically what that means is over the past year, we've been seeking out education on how to be a better salon. Not just a better salon for us here, but for Meridian. I mean, our community is huge for us, and to be a part of it in a way that's very impactful and that provides something back. Like somebody once said to me, if your salon were to close down, what would you be remembered for? Would you even be missed? And that hit me hard. I thought, oh my gosh, what a great question. I don't know the answer to that, but I'd like it to be yes. And so we now do the associate program. We are an employee-based salon now, so we have commissioned employees and we have associates. And these associates are new from school. A lot of them have come from the Paul Mitchell School, and they come in and we do hands-on training. We call it like a master's program for our salon, and they come in and we do color together. We apply color together. We apply highlights together. I teach them my techniques so that they can be my mirror image on the other side of the guest. We blow dry together. We formulate together. It's very much a master's training class with us, and that has been something that we're so excited to continue. Basically, another part of my training was the impact of hair salons and what we have to offer. And nationwide, the study was that we have an average income of like $21,000 a year. And that just to me caught me a little bit off guard, because I know that in this salon we do not make $21,000 a year. It's a little higher than that. So there's a disconnect somewhere, and that really led us to make the decision to become an employee-based salon, to teach the fundamentals of proper business building and accounting. And there comes my accounting background. It all really has come full circle, Lou. Having my training before I became a Paul Mitchell student and then a graduate to now, it's all come full circle. And that training has led us to just make the proper decision for us. We want to encourage our salon professionals to have the income that you want to have and be represented better than that $21,000 a year that is being said right now.
You know, sometimes when we're making a decision, and I'm not suggesting one's better than the other, I have my own opinions,
Yeah.
but sometimes we'll look at, well, what's the percentage I get to keep? And we'll ask that question, but we won't ask what's the pie, the size of the pie to keep. So
Yeah.
maybe I'm getting to keep
That's
a little
so
bit
good.
more, right?
Yeah.
But the pie's smaller, because I'm, as opposed to I get to work with a team, I get to
Yeah.
do all this, I get this education, we get to motivate each other, hold each other accountable, and maybe on paper it looks like the percentage I keep is less, but the pie is way bigger. So I'm really doing better than I would have done otherwise.
Absolutely. And you know, we talk about that pie in not just monetary. There's more to be had in life than monetary, than what you make at the end of the year. There truly is.
You're selling an experience,
Yes.
not just a haircut or a
Yeah.
hair service. And when
Yeah.
you do that, which I think many people prefer, I mean, that's why
Yeah.
people pay a lot more money to go to Disneyland or Disney
Yeah.
World, right, as opposed to the state fair rides,
Yeah.
because they're getting an
true.
experience. But that's wonderful.
Over the course of the 9 years that I've been in the industry, I have had so many mentors, local mentors, mentors that don't even know they're my mentors. Sam Villa is probably the one that falls into that category. The man is very, very skilled, but more than that, more than his talent and the videos that I've watched endlessly to learn the perfect haircut, more than that, it's his passion. Anytime I have seen him now, I don't know, 12, 13 times, and every single time I've seen him, whether it's 1 hour class with an arena of 10,000 people, or if it's a one-on-one class here in Boise for, 25 people, his passion bleeds through. I mean, the man is just so driven and so passionate to educate and to make sure that we are understanding what he's putting out, not just listening to it, not just maybe able to recreate it, but truly understand why he's doing what he's doing. And I think when I look back at mentors, on a global scale, I would say he's my number one mentor.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
What a gift to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Anybody else that come to mind?
Yeah, there's many that come to mind. We actually got to meet Kelly Cardenas. I've met him several times, but we were just at Redken Symposium this last January, and that's a big event that Redken puts on. It's very similar to, I think, Caper, but Kelly Cardenas was at our hotel that we were staying at, and he's sitting in the lobby, and we are walking by and we fangirled. We're like, oh, Kelly! But then we reined it in, tried to act cool. And he got up out of a personal conversation he was having, walked over to us, hugged us, said hello, and talked to us as if we were lifelong friends. And that, when I think about mentors, I think about people that transcend the industry, that show us how amazing it is to be a part of what we're a part of. I'm so sorry I got teary.
I think that's wonderful.
Back to that passion, right? I told you I was searching for happiness. I want to be passionate. I was done working for the sake of working, and I wanted to love what I do. So, but of course, when you first start out, you're broke. I just went through beauty school. I had just had a baby. And we needed the income. So I worked extremely hard to start where I was doing an assistant position to becoming a stylist. And over time, I learned, over the past 9 years, I have learned that you can make a living doing anything. It's money is important. We need it to live and we need it to survive and to have a great future for our families. But what I've realized is that it's more, it's not just about the money. You were talking earlier about that pie, about how there's more to it than if you have a bigger pie, there's more to that. And I think part of that is not just monetary. It's, how you feel and the people that you work with, your impact on the community. There's more to this industry, and especially for us in this salon, than how much we make at the end of the year, what our W-2 says. It's a lot more than that.
That's really neat.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of future professionals will graduate and they'll come back and say, I really wish I had that culture. I wish I had that feeling that maybe I had at school, but maybe they're seeking just the income or seeking other things, and they both can happen together.
They can. Question, what would I give? What advice would I give? Take every opportunity. Take the opportunity. Don't think that there's always going to be another. When somebody comes back to your room and gives you that ticket and says you have a haircut, don't hide. Don't go to the bathroom. Don't say you're busy. Don't say yes. Say yes, because you're safe. In beauty school, when I was at the Paul Mitchell School, I remember seeing that. I remember kids, us, I say kids, us, doing, maybe being scared and allowing that fear to not have us take those opportunities. Be scared, that's okay, but say yes. Take the opportunities, every opportunity. When Caper comes around and you've got to meet those goals, say yes. Talk to your guests about it. People want to help you succeed. Don't be your worst enemy. And then on the flip side, when you've graduated and you're going and you're shadowing salons and you're searching for, your perfect place to be, it doesn't have to be perfect. Find a place that calls to your heart. Find a place that you feel happy in and that you like the culture. The rest will come.
Beautiful.
Just try. Say yes.
Many graduates want to become salon owners. What advice would you give to somebody that wants to own a salon? Maybe things that you didn't think about, or just...
That list is big, Lou.
Okay, all right. Maybe top 3 then.
Truly, I would say it's such a great dream. And I had that dream super early on in my career. And I surrounded myself with people who had a similar dream and who could propel me with positivity. Whenever there was maybe a negative situation, I kind of backed off. I never exited the building, right? I never was rude to anybody or said, you're not positive, so I'm out. But I just backed off and chose to associate with people that could continue to fuel my fire, continue to give me reasons why we should be salon owners. And I think the top 3 things that I would say I wasn't aware of, it's not small step, it's a big step, and you need to know that you're taking on, not only are you a hairdresser, you are also now a business owner. And I don't know if that's in for me until many years after I was a salon owner. There's a lot of responsibility, and better be sure you want it, because it comes with being responsible, being a leader. You're not only a leader of your team, but you're a leader of the industry now. You're a leader for your community, and it's more than just, I'm gonna be a salon owner and I get to have pretty chairs and I get to have the best products. It's more than that. Be ready.
So you discovered, oh my gosh,
yeah,
I'm not just a great hairdresser that owns a salon. I need to be a leader.
Yes.
I need to be a business person.
Yeah.
Now you had some accounting classes.
Yeah.
That came into play. How did
Yeah.
you get the information to become these things that maybe you hadn't been,
Yeah.
at least to the level you felt like you needed to be.
Do you want to hear something kind of fun? And I'm sure my learning leaders from Paul Mitchell will appreciate this. The business plan we created during school is the business plan I used. So
That's neat.
it was, and I've been building on it. I still have the binder. It's blue and beat up and old, and I still have it, and I add to it. And so I kept it. And then when I was going through, Shannon and I were trying to decide, like, oh, one day we're going to own a salon. And the name of my salon at Paul Mitchell was Edge Salon. And I remembered the girl had orange hair and she had 2 scissors like this. And it was just the coolest picture. And I would never use that picture. It's copyrighted. Like,
Okay.
I now know things that I didn't
yeah.
know back then. But I used the tools that I was given at the Paul Mitchell School, and I built on them. Every time that Shannon and I would say, yeah, maybe next year we'll have enough money to open a salon, then we would we would start pinning pictures of chairs and add it to my book. And then came the accounting stuff. How much money do we need? What's our startup? What have other salons done? And I researched and researched and researched. I probably did 3 years of research before we actually opened the salon. Not just globally in our industry, but here locally, there's other hair salons just within a 3-mile radius of where we are, and those women inspire me. They are incredible, and we get together and we talk about ways that we can be impactful to our team and also be impactful to our community. So just putting yourself out there, saying yes to opportunities. Even now, I am more so than ever saying yes to every opportunity to learn and to grow, and lots of traveling to conferences. I love personal development.
You're investing yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be interesting to look at how much money
Yeah. Oh,
and time you spend.
Don't show that to
right?
my husband.
Right? But look at where it's gotten you.
Yeah.
Because I think the alternative is burnout.
Yeah.
So you have to
Yeah.
choose what you want to do.
And burnout's not an option,
No.
not when you've got passion.
Right.
It's you keep
Yeah.
going and you fuel yourself. And I had shared with you earlier that we have a 32-hour work week max, because burnout is real and it happens, and it doesn't matter how much passion and how much drive you have. If you're working 50 hours behind the chair and you're making good money, but your quality of life is no longer there, it's not worth it. It doesn't even out. So finding ways, all these courses that I take, all these mentors that I'm following, it's so that we can live a quality life and that we can pass that on to this younger generation that is now coming into our salon. They are meant to see that they can have quality of life, they can have great income with a 32-hour work week. Yeah.
Well, Marbella, is there anything else that we didn't talk about that you'd like to say as we conclude?
Oh man, I want to thank you. I mean, this has just been so great. Every opportunity that I have to share my passion and to share my love of the industry, I'm all about. So thank you so much for
bet.
coming in.
And would you please say hi to Kayla and Blanca for me?
Yes, I will.
I can't wait to meet Shannon as well.
Yes, Shannon's
Shannon,
amazing.
I can't wait to meet you.
Kayla, Blanca, Alicia, they're all amazing. We have an amazing team.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.